It was a bright Monday morning, and I had dressed sharply, ready for my quarterly performance review. I walked into the HR office, smiling politely, unaware of the tension that awaited. Sitting across from me was Mr. Collins, our HR manager, known for his sharp tongue and quick judgments. He didn't bother with pleasantries, diving straight into the review. "Your work has been adequate," he began, "but frankly, we can replace you tomorrow." I felt a flicker of shock but held my composure, breathing deeply before responding. "Fine," I said calmly, "then find someone who can do it better." The room went silent, the audacity of my reply hanging in the air. Mr. Collins blinked, momentarily surprised, before attempting to regain control of the conversation. He leaned back, smirking slightly, thinking he had rattled me. I continued, steady and firm, "I understand the company needs results, and I respect that. I also know my value and the work I've delivered." He tried again, laughing this time, assuming humor would weaken my stance. But I remained unwavering. "Let's be clear, I'm here to contribute, to improve, and to grow. Threats won't change that." The silence stretched as he processed my words, realizing I wasn't intimidated. I outlined my recent achievements, showing evidence of progress and dedication. I explained how I had improved team efficiency and delivered projects on time. He shuffled papers, clearly uncomfortable as my confidence contrasted with his earlier condescension. I spoke about my commitment, my plans for the next quarter, and my willingness to take on new challenges. Each point was precise, clear, and respectful, leaving little room for argument. Mr. Collins attempted to redirect the conversation, suggesting areas for improvement. I nodded, acknowledging the feedback, showing professionalism without conceding my worth. By the end of the review, the atmosphere had shifted, the laughter and jokes had vanished. He leaned back, silent, clearly realizing that intimidation would not work with me. I left the office feeling a mixture of relief and empowerment. Walking back to my desk, colleagues glanced at me curiously, sensing something had changed. Throughout the day, I reflected on the encounter, realizing the importance of self-respect in the workplace. I made notes for my next projects, determined to continue proving my value through action, not argument. Over the next few weeks, my performance improved even more, making my contributions undeniable. Managers and colleagues began noticing the difference, acknowledging my impact on the team. Mr. Collins' attempts to intimidate faded as he realized respect is earned, not forced. I remained professional, calm, and focused, turning a negative encounter into an opportunity to demonstrate resilience. The experience taught me that standing firm, with dignity and evidence, is more powerful than aggression. I also learned that humor and confidence, when combined with clarity, can silence condescension. Months later, during another review, the atmosphere was entirely different. Mr. Collins greeted me with a polite nod, a stark contrast to the earlier tension. I had transformed a moment of potential humiliation into a demonstration of strength. Colleagues now sought advice and mentorship, recognizing my expertise and calm demeanor. I reflected on that day often, realizing how critical self-respect and professionalism are in challenging situations. I continued to deliver results, not out of spite, but to prove to myself that integrity and diligence matter. By the end of the year, my performance was recognized formally with accolades and appreciation. I realized that sometimes confrontation is inevitable, but the response defines the outcome. Standing my ground calmly, with evidence and professionalism, ensured that respect replaced fear. And though the review had begun with a laugh intended to intimidate, it ended as a lesson in dignity. I learned that true power in the workplace comes from confidence, clarity, and unwavering professionalism. The memory of Mr. Collins' words no longer intimidated me, it reminded me of how far I had grown.